Hey everybody, I am back and I'm going to do a pickups video today. I haven't shown any pickups in a long time, so I have still been getting cards on eBay and mostly at my LCS. I think I've been to maybe one card show in the last few months, but a big part of that has just been my LCS overtime cards. In fact, this is their card stand right here that they gave me. Um, they were moving, and as part of their process of moving, they just were trying to clear out a lot of stuff, I think, because they had purchased a shop, and I mean the shop's been there for a while, so um, they were just kind of blowing out some stuff, getting rid of things, and so I was able to get a lot of stuff there just on sale. And I just felt like I was getting awesome deals and was really happy with what I was finding there. So I've kind of split this up by sport, and I decided to go with basketball today because I figured the NBA season is still going for now, but it's probably going to be ending on Monday if I had to guess. Boston's up 3 games to 1 in the NBA Finals against the Mavericks, and so I thought, well, let's try to get some of these in while the seasons are still going, and we'll just try to get caught up. I'm not even going to share everything. There's a lot of stuff that I've picked up that's just going to be for binders and stuff. I'm just not even going to bother sharing those. I don't want this to be too long. So I'm mostly just going to share a handful of top-loaded stuff, some mags, and some slabs. And so we'll just kind of dive right into it, and I'll start with the top loader stuff. And a lot of this, again, is just some things that I picked up from looking at this. This is just some value box stuff here. I got a couple of Ray Allen rookie cards I think I got for like a quarter. I got a Topps rookie card there, and I don't think I had his Skybox rookie, so I was happy to get those. Again, anytime I get a Hall of Famer rookie for an affordable price, I am always excited to do that because I love to collect rookie cards. Here's another rookie card of a guy who's a current player. This is Jaden McDaniels of the Timberwolves, and this is the the silver hollow version of his rookie card. So excited to add that one. He's a pretty good player for them. I don't buy a lot of winter, but this is just a single that I found of a guy that was having a pretty good rookie year. Brandon Miller of the Hornets. And here's a couple that are card show pickups. I was really excited to get this one. Aaron McKee. I was living in Philadelphia in 2001 when that Sixers team made their run to the NBA Finals. They did ultimately lose to the Los Angeles Lakers. Shaq and Kobe was their second title, but that Sixers team really captured the city's heart, and everybody was just going crazy for that team. It was really fun to be out there, and just to see the fan passion just reminded me of how it was here in Utah when the Jazz went to the finals 2 years in a row. Not that far before the '01 year, so that was still a somewhat fresh memory in my brain, and it was really cool just to see Philadelphia experience that and just to be out in such an awesome sports city. Aaron McKee was a good, important role player for that Sixers team, and it was cool for him too because he had gone to college at Temple up in North Philadelphia, and then he went to the Blazers in the NBA, and then ultimately ended up in Philadelphia with the Sixers. And I always enjoyed watching Aaron McKee. I did not have an autograph of his, so I was happy to add him. Here's another one. I love the autographics cards from the 90s. For me, I know this wasn't the true first inserted, pack inserted autograph in products, but I remember this was one where there was actually a handful of them. It wasn't like one, star player that was like, there's one auto and, I remember there was like a Ryan Sandberg and, like in hoops, they had like a Patrick Ewing and a Stockton, but they were like, there was like maybe one or two guys, and they were one in every gazillion packs. But these actually had like a checklist. There was like a run of players, and I remember these were just so cool. And John Williams was a really good player in the time that he played for the Cavaliers. That's when I mostly remember him, but he did play for the Suns. And I have a Hot Rod Williams auto, but this was a good deal, and I love the autographics. The one I have is not an autographics card, and he's actually passed away as well. So I thought, you know what, it was a good deal, and he's obviously not signing anymore, and I just any autographics that I don't have, and the signature looks good. It's not all faded. I love to pick them up if I can get them for a good price. Same seller, I did pick this up. This is the Decade of Excellence, Ricky Pierce. He was fun to watch, good player, and I wanted to grab that one as well. I didn't have any of those. This is a cool one. I used to be a ball boy for the University of Utah basketball team back when I was in middle school and elementary school. And I was a ball boy for the Utes when they played Arizona. And I think Miles Simon was on that team the year they came to Salt Lake. I know for sure Khalid Reeves and Damon Stoudemire were, because those guys were like the big, going to be NBA players. I think Miles Simon was. I could be off, but I remember watching him play for Arizona, and so when I saw that, I just thought, oh, that's awesome. I remember watching him as well, just as a kid, so I wanted to get an auto of him. And found a Carlos Boozer rookie, nothing crazy there, but former Jazz player. This was a fun card. I'd never seen this one before. I love the parquet around the edges, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. What is that? I've never seen that card, and I kind of fancy myself pretty knowledgeable about basketball, especially from the 90s basketball cards, because this was just my wheelhouse of collecting. And this card was inserted, you can't really see, but it was inserted in the VHS Larry Bird video that they put out. And I guess you could get the card with your video. So I was like, well, that's cool. I've never seen that before, and I love Larry Bird, so I had to get that. Here's a former Jazz guy. I was bummed. I was hoping Minnesota could have made the finals. Mike Conley, that's his finest refractor rookie card. Unfortunately, the Wolves fell short. They had Conley and Rudy Gobert and Nickeil Alexander-Walker. They had those three Jazz guys, and Anthony Edwards is a fun player to watch. So I was really hoping that they could make the finals and get a title, but unfortunately, they fell short, but I got that Conley a while ago. Got this one for my set. This is the Wemby Donruss rated rookie. My son Zach and I are working on the Donruss basketball set. I think we're pretty close to being done with that one. Here's a couple value box rookie pickups. Halliburton. I didn't have a lot of Halliburton rookies, or in fact even any. I don't know. I don't rip a lot of packs these days, just with the cost of the blasters. Just even if you find them in the store, the cost has gone up quite a bit, and so I buy a lot of stuff as singles now, and so a lot of these guys, I just didn't have a lot of rookie cards of them, and so when I was finding them at my LCS for like a quarter, I was picking up a bunch of that kind of stuff. I got this one at a card show. He is no longer with us, Raleigh Massimino, and it's signed in ballpoint. I think he did a lot of his TTM requests in ballpoint, but he's no longer with us, and he used to be the coach of Villanova. He was the head coach of their 1985 national championship team with Ed Pinckney, and so again, a Philly connection, and just a basketball coaching legend who is no longer with us. And I did not have his auto, so for like $3, I think is what I paid for that. I had to get that one. These three were for a set. I had picked up a bunch of packs and boxes of this 2012-2013 Panini, and it has a lot of rookies in there. Damian Lillard's rookies in there, Jimmy Butler's rookies in there. I had those guys. Anyway, there was a few that I didn't have, and I bought a lot of this because there was role players and stars, and and their paper stock, so they were great to get signed. So when I'd go to the hotel, just easy, I could pop them in. I didn't have to powder them up and prep them and all that stuff. That was always kind of a pain. But obviously I don't do in person anymore, and I got a whole bunch of these that were just not signed. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to throw the set together. I probably got most of the set anyway. And I was missing a few. That Klay Thompson rookie was one that I needed. I needed the Draymond Green rookie. Picked that one up. And I needed the LeBron as well. So I do still need a few to finish that set, but it was nice to knock a few off the list. Getting into some of the end of my top loader stuff before we get into the mags and the slabs. And I do have a Grail card that I was able to pick up, so I will show that here soon in a minute. Um, I went on a kick for a while during the season. That's how long it's been since I haven't even shown any pickups, but the Jazz were still playing when I was getting a lot of this stuff. The Jazz had 3 first-round picks on their team this year. The first one they drafted, I believe, 9th overall, Taylor Hendricks. He spent a lot of the year in the G League, but this is his press-proof rated rookie out of Donruss, and that came with one of those little pull tabs on it, which I've never. I'll have to get some of those for grading. Those would actually be handy to use for my submissions. Got this Prism Emergent, so I do like to get the team sets of a lot of that silver and just base Jazz stuff. Here's a silver Prism rookie. And the frustrating thing with Hendricks is, like, he was the 9th overall pick, but he spent most of the year in the G League. And so a lot of the year, everybody was like, you know, the Jazz drafted this guy 9th overall, and he can't even, like, make the rotation on, like, one of the worst teams in the league. You know, is this guy gonna pan out? Does our front office know what they're doing? But he came up at the end of the year, and he showed some promise. So I'm high on him. I like him, and I think he's gonna be an all right player. This is the guy that everybody really fell in love with. The second of the 3 first-round picks was Keontae George, and he had a nice year. You know, he had some moments. He kind of fizzled out at the end a little bit, but he had some games where he really showed some potential to be a really good player. So I'm hopeful that he can really be a key part of the core moving forward. Got that green laser, and I am not gonna miss these jerseys. The Jazz did announce, like, last week, that they are doing away with the highlighter yellow and in the jerseys, and they've rebranded. They're going back to purple, and good riddance to these, because when they rolled these out 2 years ago, I was definitely among the fan base that just hated these. I mean, they were just brutal to look at. I mean, they were. I mean, it's because it's like a highlighter yellow, so it's not even like a gold, like a Lakers, like a classic, you know, gold of like the Steelers or the Pirates. I mean, it's just highlighter yellow. I mean, it's just brutal to look at, and with black, and I mean, there's just nothing fancy. I mean, the jerseys, they just say Jazz, you know what I mean? It looks like an AAU uniform, to be honest. It just, you know, the numbers are really big. They're just these really cheesy, just, I didn't like them at all. So these cannot go away soon enough. So they are going to wear these for like the first half of the season next year, and then I guess they've got like they're going back to like a mountain jersey look, but they're going to have like, and they're going to have like a purple, but they're going to have a black, and I don't know. It looks a lot better. If you guys just Google them, they look so much better. Here's a Keontae Auto. I got that back in March. I was going to put that in a mag, but I might send that in and grade it. So I'm just going to keep that out. But again, here's a color match. Yellow. I'm not going to miss those. This is the Monopoly Silver Prism. I love silver prism stuff. Here's the Emergent in a silver. And then here's the third of the 3 rookies. This is Bryce Sensabaugh. Teeny little autograph on there. I don't know how many. You could probably get I mean, you can see the sticker. I mean, I bet you could probably put 4 more autos around that one and still fit them all on the sticker. But little teeny auto. See, there's that yellow jersey I was telling you guys about. Like I mean, it is like just a bright yellow. Yeah, not gonna miss these. But Sensabaugh, I was really pleasantly surprised with him. He had some potential. It looks like he could shoot. So really, all 3 of the rookies surprisingly showed some potential. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. They've got 3 picks in the draft coming up again, and I know that Danny Ainge has said they don't want 6 players on their team that are under age 21. They're super young. So it'll be interesting to see if they make 1 pick, trade the other 2, or what they decide to do. But I am hopeful that the Jazz can get good again. My son is just like, the Jazz ever going to make the playoffs? Because he's 8. So he does not know in his lifetime a good Jazz team, really, since he's been paying attention to them anyway. And so I'm hopeful that they can get good, because he's a huge, both my boys just love the Jazz. This is the silver Hoops rookie out of 199. So really excited to get that one. So hopefully Keontae can pan out, because I definitely I was big on him. Here's the red laser. This is out of 99. Love the shine on that. Here's a sweet looking red card. Let me show you this one here. This, I don't even know what these are called. This is out of Hoops. This is a 22-23 Hoops. This is Colin Sexton, and he had a great year for the Jazz this year. But let me look at the shine and just like the wave on that. So Sexton came over with Markkanen from Cleveland. The Jazz got him when they traded Donovan Mitchell to the Cavaliers, and he was part of that trade. And so this obviously has him with his Cavs uniform. It's technically is the Jazz card. You'll see the Jazz logo right there. But the red border with that red Cavs actually looks really good. I usually don't love these when it's like different team, different jersey. Like I kind of like it to match and be consistent. I realize it's just kind of the nature of how card collecting goes, though. You get new players, they're just going to be in their old uniforms. But when I saw the red and the red, I thought, man, you know what? That actually goes. It works good. It really looks sharp. And this is numbered 9 out of 15. And so anyway, I hope they keep Colin Sexton. He had a really good year. And I really like him. He's fun to watch. So he's one of my favorite Jazz players. Here's another guy that I really enjoyed watching. He's kind of polarizing around here just because of the whole feud that he had with Jerry Sloan. But this is the Darren Williams Topps Chrome Refractor rookie card. Look at the etching on the ball. Nice side-to-side centering. It is off top to bottom a little bit, but I got a good deal on this. I've never owned the refractor. And I don't even know if I have the base, to be honest with you, but I just love refractors. And so I just was super just loving that card when I first saw it. And that's numbered out of 999. So really happy to have that in my Jazz collection. Now these next three, this is crazy. 25 cents a pop. Okay. And these are awesome. This is the first one, this is a Topps, I believe it's Pristine. But this is a rookie card of Andrei Kirilenko. This is the refractor rookie. And I want to say I paid $0.25 for that. But again, nice etching. Just love the shine. I like those jerseys, like the Mountain. They're kind of a little bit similar to that. They're not quite that same look, what they're going back to, but it's along those same lines. It looks good. It looks sharp. But Andrei Kirilenko, refractor rookie, he was a one-time All-Star for the Jazz, and he was just kind of one of those, like, fill up the stat sheet guys, you know. He'd just get, you know, a lot of rebounds and score some points, but he'd also get rebounds and assists and steals and blocks. And here's his Topps Chrome Refractor rookie card. I do have one of these already, but again, for the price, I was like, wow, I'm not going to pass that up. Love that etching on these. AK-47. And then the last one for the mags is this Andrei Kirilenko. And this is an interesting one too, because it's a kind of almost looks like it has like a perforated type edge on it all around. Like all the edges are like that if you get it in the light. But this is a gold refractor. This is not a rookie. You'll see right there. This is a 03, 04. But it is low numbered out of 99. Gold refractor. And again, awesome etching on that. Just a really, really pretty card. And I think I got that for like, I swear I got it for less than $1. I think it was like a discount, like a bargain bin card somewhere. Can't remember if I got that at a show or at my card shop. But anyway, beautiful card. Beautiful card. Love it. I did get this at my LCS. That's just like an in-person Thurl Bailey autograph card. So I've gotten Thurl Bailey enough that I am definitely confident that that is Thurl Bailey. That's a legit Thurl Bailey auto. Into the slabs, and then we'll wrap this up. Colin Sexton. This is his silver Hoops rookie card. Again, this is like the one I showed a moment ago, numbered out of 199 of Keontae George. This is PSA 9 of Sexton. So I was able to find a lot of good deals on his stuff just because I think a lot of people not in Utah. I don't follow the Jazz. So he was having this awesome year, and I was just finding a lot of these rookie cards for just graded for great prices. And I thought, man, he's killing it. This one's out of 99. This is also a rookie card. I got that for like $10 to my door. So again, just super thrilled. I wish I could have got this for $10, but again, I am a silver hollow. This is like one of the rookies. If I'm going to get a rookie of a player, I always want to get the silver hollow. That's just kind of one of the things for me that I like to try to collect. PSA Mint 9, Keontae George. Here is another one that I got. Got this before the playoffs started, but I did not have the Optic Shock of Donovan Mitchell, of his rookie. PSA Mint 9. I love the shine on the Shock cards as well. That's another one that I like. If I can ever find good deals on a player's Shock rookies, I love to get those. Speaking of the silver prisms, here we go again. I got this one, I think, after the playoffs. So I had to pay a little more for it. He had an all right playoffs. He got hurt at the end, missed the end of their series, and they got eliminated in the second round. PSA Mint 9, Donovan Mitchell. Silver prism. Excuse me. So I'm happy to have that for my Jazz team sex. I need that one. Here's a guy that I love to collect. Great player. I really like this guy. Darius Garland. Picked up his silver prism rookie in a PSA Mint 9. And again, just with the playoffs, and it's tough because I try to I want to buy smart. But then sometimes when I watch the games, I'm like, oh man, I love this guy. So certain players I just love to collect. And so I'm sure I bought a couple of these at bad time. But like this one, but I don't know. I was just like Brunson. I got a pretty good deal on this one because I bought it from Canada. SGC 9 Silver Hollow. I mean, I have been a Brunson fan ever since he carved up the Jazz a couple years ago in the playoffs. I mean, I just loved his game. I'm like, man, this Brunson guy is a stud. Again, Villanova guy, so I knew him from Villanova a little bit. But I just love the energy that he plays with. I mean, the Knicks are lucky to have him. He's fun to watch. So I really wanted to get that card. And then I'm just watching him just get 40 in these playoff games. And so, excuse me. So I just was like, I want to get that card. And I got a pretty good deal on it. And I do think Brunson's going to keep going up. So I didn't want to miss the boat on getting Brunson. So I did get it before he totally went bonkers in the playoffs. So it went for a lot higher later. But so I'm glad I got it when I did. This is an interesting pickup. This guy, I think this guy's been arrested. He's had some legal issues. He had an awesome end of the season. Miles Bridges. But I want to say, I think a year or so ago, he was about to get a big contract. And I think he got arrested for some stuff. But anyway, he had a really big finish to the season. And his stuff was super cheap. So again, a silver prism. I just wanted to pick that up because I did see a rumor that, the Jazz might be interested in signing Bridges. So I was like, I'm not a huge fan. But, I got this for like $10. So I thought, well, let's take a flyer. If anything, this will be kind of a buy and flip if the Jazz don't end up getting him. And he has a good start to the year next year. That is one that I will just probably try to flip. But if the Jazz get him, it would be cool to have just because, he'd be a Jazz guy and Silver Prism rookie card. So the last two. This first one I got in a trade. I had a guy reach out to me. He is a huge, in fact, I think on TCDB, he is the #1 John Stockton collector. And so he had messaged me a while ago and he says, hey, I see that you have a John Stockton Smokey Bear card. And I did. And they're like 8x10 size, but they're considered cards in, trading card database. And so this guy is like a super Stockton collector, like #1. He's got an insane Stockton collection. So he's like, I have been looking everywhere for this Smokey Bear card. I really, really, really want it. But I'm like, well, I'm aware that they're extremely hard to find. Like they are so hard to find. And so I'm like, I'm gonna keep it. You know, they're not easy to find, and they're expensive when you do find them. So, but he was kind of reaching out. So he says, well, if you ever decide you want to move it, let me know. So some time goes by. He reached out to me again, if I remember right, and said, hey, I have an extra card. I have an extra star. I remember you said you wanted to get a Stockton star rookie. I've got an extra star all rookie team of Stockton, and it's in a Beckett 8. And I would be, willing to trade that. Maybe we could work out a deal if you're open to trading the Smoky. And so I was like, ooh, that's a good looking card. It's a nice grade. And so, excuse me, guys. Sorry, I'm like totally got something stuck in my throat. So anyway, we messaged back and forth. We came up with a trade. I added some things, and my Smoky wasn't in perfect shape. And so anyway, he was like, hey, you know what? I want that Smoky. I want to do it. So I traded the Smoky Bear, John Stockton, and I got that star. So that was the first star John Stockton card that I've ever owned. Super, super pumped. So my whole collecting life, I never get a star John Stockton. And then I saw an ex-rookie pop up. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. And I made a bid on it, and it was an 8. It was a Beckett 8, and I bid like $606 for this John Stockton card, and it sold for like $616. I got outbid by like $10, and I was like bummed, but then part of me was like, that's okay. That's a lot of money. I'm just gonna kind of sit tight. I'm, gonna kind of pump the brakes, and so I wasn't too upset about it. But then another one surfaced, and it was a 7.5. And anyway, I got this for like half the price of that 8. It is not a Beckett grade. It's a global. So I'm going to have to cross this. I want to send it in and send it to PSA. But the centering on it was pretty good. This is a tough to find with good centering card of John Stockton. But a 7.5, and so I was just absolutely elated to finally add the ex-rookie John Stockton into my collection. I've been wanting that card for so long, so I would have never guessed that in the span of a month, I would go from 0 John Stockton star cards to 2, and in addition to that, like the Grail one, the ex-rookie. Like, I just am so pumped to own this card. I don't love the GAI or whatever. I know they've kind of had some history there with that, but I do eventually want to cross it over. But beautiful card. So thrilled to own it. And that's all I got. So I'm going to close with the John Stockton ex-rookie. I hope everybody has a great Father's Day and a great rest of your weekend, and we will see you on the next video. Have a good night, everybody.